Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here on such short notice. This place isn't bugged, is it?
Bugged? Wait, Jamie, what's going on?
It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah?
That's all I paid for it.
I think I need to get back to you on that.
Do you know what you want?
Yeah, I do now.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you've always wanted, plus America's best warranty at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. The guilt is real, but so is the savings.
Listen, I don't want to get in your business, but if that's all she paid for it, I'll have what she's having.
It's a great day for a new Hyundai at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on now. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Palisade, Santa Fe, and Santa Fe hybrid models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone, boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Wait, what's wrong with your mic?
I wasn't ready. Well, this mic's terrible, but...
No, Jake's mic. It's not it.
Got a mic check
This
here?
is like the most OTB thing that's ever happened.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Let me
We
tell you,
got you.
Taylor, that wasn't your fault. It was actually this mic's fault because my mic fell out and knocked his cough thing off. Unplugged it.
Way to go.
So that's a roundabout way to say it was your fault.
Roundabout way of saying this mic is terrible.
Right before the show, he goes, "Let's make radio magic."
We did it.
we did it. That doesn't happen too often.
No, it doesn't.
Hey,
now you see me.
The
and also
threw me off.
Yeah, me too, because he was a little late off mine.
Yeah.
This TV volume is turned up again, so we can definitely hear ourselves talking.
So that might be because we lost power yesterday during AFR, which was fun. So that might be why you're hearing the audio out of the TV.
Lost power how?
I guess it was kind of storming a little bit.
Oh, it was a little rain?
I mean, there was some heavy lightning.
Okay.
Stadium Club didn't lose power, but.
So, unplugged microphone. Feedback from the TV back here. Flynn was late for the yo. Good thing this is week 0, not week 1.
Right.
Well,
still kind of our preseason here.
My microphone is ready right here, but then all of a sudden it's got a mind of its own. It just sometimes just swings away. Yeah, a little loose. The old joints are loose.
Yeah, if you see these buttons up here, you can't see them, listeners, but we have buttons up here. We have a cough button for mic 2, mic 3. That's what we're on, and a dump button as well. So when Flynn says the S word, like he did not that long ago, we can hit it and it doesn't go over air. The problem is those worked for about a week.
Yeah, they don't work
back
anymore.
in 2018. If you hit it now, I'm pretty sure the dump button will take us all off air. At least that's what they told us.
Nah.
That's what they told us.
Wait, it's going to take us off air?
So we've had these huge cough drop boxes up here that take up a lot of space, get knocked down daily by multiple people.
Yeah.
And you can see Flynn's holding his up there.
Here, I'll go to the overhead.
Yeah. Instead of just maybe, I don't know, fixing the buttons.
That would be smart. Maybe, it's an electrical wire, though. It's tough.
I don't know who you call. But call them. I'll call them. I'll text them.
Booter's Electrical.
I'll shoot them. They're worried about generators right now. The Gulf of America's heating up, Bo.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'll send them a voice message. I like a good voice message.
Do you?
I do.
You voice message?
Certain people.
Are you 80?
Well, it's mainly.
Oh, I voice message all the time.
It's mainly our old NFL teammate football group chat situation.
Okay. Why do you voice?
Because you get real redneck when you get in there. You just, I'm already got some of those tendencies, but you don't like it?
I don't know. I just never really thought about the voice text. I just kind of type.
It's so much easier.
All right. I guess.
Especially if you're saying something that needs a lot of explanation, or if it's like a long story.
Mm-hmm.
I voice message all the time.
You know what they say? If it was easy, everybody would do it. I don't do it.
I can't wait to send you a voice message.
So it's like, okay.
Easy.
All right. So, we're talking about like voice, like recorded voice. We're not talking about like
I do
speak
both.
to type.
I do both.
What do you call that? Speak, like when you speak it, just
talk
type.
to text.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think talk to text.
Talk to
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. All right.
I'm pretty sure that it really is what it is. I don't do that, but I voice message.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's what, if you're 80, you do that.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I do both.
That's an older tendency to do the text to talk.
All right.
I'm 40, guys. I'm old. I told y'all it took me a good minute to get up here from these
40
stairs.
is like the new 38.
No, it's just a way, just quickly get your message in.
You did look whipped when you walked through that door.
I'm telling
you.
y'all.
Looked like those stairs whipped your tail.
Yeah, it wasn't just the stairs. It was getting out of the car.
Yeah, it's tough.
The stairs whipped me this morning, too. And the car did. Just getting up.
You work out a lot. It's just the
I
morning.
went yesterday in the morning.
I get the blood flow going.
Bruh.
People inside the Bayou 4 chat, let me know. Is it an old man tendency to shoot a voice text? Say, fella, hey, what you doing, Bo?
Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not the recorded part. I'm talking about where you speak it and it types it out for you.
Yeah.
And then you have to say exclamation mark, period.
Oh, if I'm driving.
Question mark.
So basically, don't get in the car with you.
Oh, no, I'm safe. It can wait.
You listen to the slogan?
Absolutely. I'm tuned in to talk radio when I'm driving around. Or audiobooks.
Can you smell colors?
Do you dream in cartoons?
Yeah,
that was my favorite one.
Man, I don't know, man. Yeah, so,
I'm starting to think you can. What's a good audio book you've listened to lately?
I'm finishing up the last book in the Terminal List series. Jack Carr.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's
they're
great.
Coming up with another season of that on the old tube.
Are they really?
Yeah,
I was wondering that. Is it going to be Chris Pratt? Is he coming back?
It's a prequel.
Oh,
to the first one. Yeah,
gotcha. That means I couldn't sign him.
No, he's in it too.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in it.
All right,
it's just a prequel.
I don't think there's that. So that's going to go off book. So there's not a book out there that's a prequel. It all starts with the Terminal List. And everything's afterwards.
All right.
They're really good. They're really kind of scary too. Like when you think about it. Because it takes actual things that are happening in the world, actual current events, and basically talks about that from a military Navy SEAL standpoint. Talks about AI.
Yeah.
Talks about China. So it takes all this stuff and makes a storyline that's this could actually happen, and it's pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
But he's there to save the day, James Reese.
Yeah, great show. It was very good. Let's see. You got some activity here in the chat. Brambo, I'm trying to find where your original question was. All right. Folks say this is BK's best roster. The 2023 roster had 4 first-round picks on offense. Who outside of Nuss and maybe Caden are the 4 first-rounders on this offense? Brambo, I'll remind you about this. Just like I talk about with recruiting rankings. First-round picks are awesome. Tells you, a lot about talent, for sure. 2006, we had 4 first-rounders. 2007, we had 1. 2006, won a Sugar Bowl. 2007, won a national championship. So it doesn't mean maybe the high-end talent, but in the totality of a roster, it can still be more talented. From top to bottom, from 1 to 11, from 1 to 22. That's, I think, what people are talking about. Because we had Jimmys and Joes in 06. You had Jamarcus, you had LaRon, you had Debo, you had Buster. You just had Putt, if I'm not mistaken, in 07, right? First-round pick. So I think it goes Glenn.
Yep.
And then I think I was the next one. And I think, no, Shevis. Shevis was the pick before me. He was 68. I think I was 69. I think Early was right after us, all in the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tyson was next year, right?
Tyson was the next year.
Yep.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but also
I think top to bottom,
the
just
talent is spread amongst the entire team, where that team that you're talking about, you had super high-end talent, but from 1 to 22 or 1 to 30 of the guys that were going to play, that wasn't maybe the same situation.
Well, he had one of the worst defenses in the country, and historically bad defense. So you can't. I mean, it doesn't matter if you had 10 first-rounders on the offensive side of the ball that year. You still would have had the same record because we scored at a clip that was dang near 90% probably every time we touched the ball at certain points during the season. So, like, when they say it's the best roster, we would probably sit here and agree with you, because this is the year where there are no more excuses for Brian Kelly and that staff of why, if you don't make the playoffs. There are none, because they have filled in all the gaps that had been question marks. So all the weak parts that we've had, all the things that we've had to overcome from a coaching standpoint and a schematic standpoint, and the woes that we faced with the Matt House project, those have all been, at least on paper and what we think, have been rectified. Yeah. And we, from top to bottom, from the entire, when you look at all 11 players on defense, all 11 players on offense, from top to bottom, there are way less weaknesses than he's had. What are you laughing at?
Well, Brambo's like, well, both teams went 10-2, 06 and 07. He said, I believe 06 could beat 07. Hey, Brambo, the crazy part about it is I was a starting running back on both those teams.
How are we going to do that?
So I don't know how we're going to be in 2 places at one time.
Can't even do it.
It's going to be tough.
I was a holder
2007's
for both
defense,
teams. How are you going to do that?
2007's defense was so nasty. So nasty. And, I know who's on 06 as well. I'm going to just kindly disagree with that there. And also, 10-2 was the record that it took to win a national championship in 07. It wasn't in 06. Everybody in the country had losses. Not in regulation for us, though. I want to remind people about that.
Boom.
My whole point is,
they don't even really count.
You lose four first-round picks, but just like 07 with this one, like from top to bottom, I feel like you had more talent. Like another thing, like our quarterback in 07, sure, he smells colors, but he played almost a decade in the NFL. So, like I could bring up a lot of different arguments on this, like over and over and over again. My whole point is, when people say that, that's why they say it. Because, Taylor, I'll throw this to you. You go to practice more than any of us. Are they more talented at safety this year than they were in 2023?
Yeah, I would say so.
Are they better overall at linebacker?
Yes, definitely.
What about...
I like your point you made the other day about the safeties. Like the guys that are
running
backups
the
this
guys
year.
who had to start last year, like Jordan Gilbert's not even playing safety anymore. That's how deep you are. He started every game at safety for you a year ago.
So the guys that are backing up this year are the guys we had to rely on last year.
Yep.
Which is great because they got the experience, but that also means we've brought in more talent at those positions.
And look, I think because of who you've brought in, the expectation has gone up, and also the pressure has gone up. Like, it's a good problem to have. Like, to be able to have the conversation of, is this the most talented roster that this coaching staff has had, which they've said it. It's been the coaches who have said it, and a lot of media members. that means that the expectations should go up. So you can be angry if they don't have a successful season. You should be angry. They went out and they put a lot of resources into this roster. They went and tried to find where they were deficient, and they tried to add as much as they possibly could. Right? You lost a tight end in the second round. You go add 2 tight ends. You go lose an offensive lineman early in the first round. And in fact, you ended up losing 4. And you go and you bring multiple offensive linemen in. You had to upgrade the safety position, right? You upgraded at the corner position. You went and got multiple corners out of the portal. You went and got some defensive tackles. Where you lost, you tried to replenish.
They did what they had to do. If they didn't do those things, there would be a lot of questions because you knew the pieces you had coming back on offense. So they went out into after the season. They went to the offseason and into the portal and didn't hit. We would be having a lot different conversation about right now about it was a different type of pressure that this staff would be feeling right now. Now there's pressure now because you got the pieces. This is the good pressure. If that didn't happen, if you didn't go get sure up safety, edge rusher, all these, if you didn't do that, we'd be talking about what are we doing?
Yeah.
But now you did all the right things. You did the right things. You got your defensive coordinator, and now now the pressure is all good.
Yeah.
You got a lot to lose if you don't hit those marks, but this is what you come to LSU for. This is what.
Yeah.
Scott makes a really good point in the chat too. It's which team had a better star?
6 or 7?
Oh yeah, who's better at that star position?
Actually, you're trying to be funny. You're trying to. We actually had one that was kind of a star, Harry Coleman.
Well, I can't remember.
I don't know. He played safety and linebacker.
No, he was safety.
What'd you say?
He was a safety. Hey, Harry, what position you play?
Which year?
LSU football roster. All right, just talk amongst yourselves.
I actually think in 2008, Harry Coleman started at linebacker the next season.
Good, he
Pretty
changed positions. All right, cool. It's like saying, last year I played left guard, this year I'm playing right guard. You didn't play star guard.
The best of all the things that we talk about, all the foolishness that we have here, when I'm out in the wild this week, the one thing people want to talk about is the star position.
That's it. That's it, because we talk about a lot of...
Not the bush tush?
Oh, not the bush tush.
Shockingly.
Shockingly not the bush tush.
Just the star.
We talk about a lot of dumb things and a lot of smart things, too. But, I just don't understand when people try to, make football, harder than it is, sound more educated. They say things to just sound really cool when talking about a simple thing. It's what makes me passionate.
Ooh.
There's only so many places to line up. There's only so many body types. There's only so many positions on the football field. I don't have to make anything up, over 100 years after football started. And try to normalize it.
I love my guy, Brambo. He's always in the chat. He is really wanting to have this conversation. He just put LaRon Landry's name in the chat. LaRon was a dog. What's crazy is
the first round pick.
Well, it's crazy though. He got replaced.
LaRon Landry, safety out of LSU.
He got replaced the next year by an All-American in Craig Stills. So I was like, we can run in this circle. Craig played 7 years in the NFL. So, anyways, we love you, Brambo, and thanks for the conversation starter. We appreciate that. We'll take a break and get this thing started when we come back on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
Craig, you might have got 8 years. I don't remember. I think 7. CentralPlumbing.org. You don't want to short any NFL player a year. They get pretty upset about it.
Get a text real fast.
Central Plumbing voice text. CentralPlumbing.org. 225-925-8552. 24/7, 365. Weekend, holiday, game day does not matter. If you have an emergency, they will always be there. Now, not only in Central, talking to the entire greater Baton Rouge area, and not only in emergencies. Flynn's going to tell you everything they can do for you in the remodel game as well.
Yeah, if you have a project, doesn't matter what the size is. If maybe you're redoing a little powder room in your house, maybe you're building a brand new house, or maybe you got a new factory that you're building. So whether it's residential, commercial, they can handle any plumbing job, and they got the experience to handle. The Payne family has been doing it for a long, long, long time. So if you want some trustworthy folks to be handling all your plumbing needs, give them a call or go visit them, centralplumbing.org.
Your port.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your name. Oh, come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your name. Oh, yeah. You look so sexy. You really turn me on, blow my mind every time I see your face, girl. You look so sexy. You really turn me on, blow my mind.
All right, welcome back in. OTV 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
That's a new one to me.
What?
That's a new one for me.
That's a good one. It's a deep cut. It's a deep cut.
It's a deep track? Track 11? Who sings it?
Who is this?
I just looked up Jodeci, and this was like
Yeah,
the
there's
song
somebody
that
else,
came
though.
up. I don't know.
Featuring?
That's what I'm thinking.
Who's the feature?
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't say it's featuring anybody.
Oh, I guess back then you just kind of had some backup vocals.
Yeah.
You know, they do like a little dance, and then they find their way back to the microphone, and they do a little dance a little bit, and then you know,
Like, the Temptations, dude.
not like that. You know, that was different. That was like you do a whole like routine spin, then you found your way back to the microphone. This is kind of like a backup singer that does like a small little shimmy.
Yep.
Because they don't have the moves of the Temptations stylistics.
Sure.
But then they find their way back to the microphone. So. Shout out to the stylist. Yo, Jake and Matt, curious if y'all have ever gotten the opportunity to receive a card in either football game's ultimate team. I think it's like college football Madden situation.
I don't know. No idea.
Uh,
Received a card?
Yeah, like you have like an ultimate team, and like you buy a pack, and it's like kind of like we do, but in real life. But the pack gets ripped, and you boom card, and you can play with that player.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know about. I know I was in Madden 2 years ago. It was very cool to be there because they it's before the college game came back out, and there was like an all LSU team on the Madden, and I was on that, and they gave me like six or eight, I can't remember, free copies of the game. So like all my boys got
cool.
the game,
Cool.
and I did think that the boys were going to think it was a little bit cooler than they actually did.
Yep.
Like, oh, cool, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Memphis like, where's Christian McCaffrey?
Did you not have my address or anything? I don't think I got one of those copies of the game.
It was digital, actually, so it would have been much easier just to send you the code. Do you even have a system to place it? I gave T-Bob one.
I sure do.
Do you?
So last year I bought the PS5 when the NCAA football game came out, which I hadn't bought the new one yet. Trying to contemplate.
Yeah.
My son's kind of on Fortnite right now, so.
I gave T-Bob one.
Well, that makes sense.
I don't know that he used it, but I gave it to him.
I feel like he played that game quite a bit.
That's true.
But no, I didn't even know what that was. That'd be cool. I don't even know if they got a card. I understand Jake definitely needs to have one for sure. Not a lot of fullbacks out there.
Nah. Nub Nation. Today, Hester sent strays to Jamarcus and LaRon. Did not see that coming. It's not strays.
Dang, dude.
It's letting you know that just because somebody didn't go in the first round doesn't mean they weren't a great player. Flynn didn't go to the 7th round. Great player. Stelz didn't go to the 4th round because he collarbone in the national championship game. Either way, great player. Craig was like a team captain for the Chicago Bears. So it's kind of like I talk about with stars. Don't allow just because you weren't drafted in a certain round to define who you are as a football player. That's my whole point.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, Jay Russ, one of the best to ever do it here.
It's kind of like debating like who had the better high school football team. You know, we'll never know.
Shreveport Evangel.
It's fun to talk about it. It's fun to argue about it.
Yeah.
7, we were just full of a bunch of guys
again,
that, Maybe not as flashy.
I played the same position on both teams. So I'm not like trying to pick one or the other. I'm just laying it out that 07, the talent was spread differently than it was 06.
Yeah, and you got to think, like, if I was the holder for both teams, so, like, if I'd have to go out on the when they score against us, the 07 team, I'd have to go out and hold, and I'd botch the hold.
Yeah.
I'd run backwards and throw it out of the end zone for 2 points for 07. You got to think about those things.
Yeah,
07 was just full of a bunch of guys, maybe not flashy, but a lot of guys that lasted a while in the NFL. You just couldn't get rid of us.
Yeah, we're talking about Curtis Taylor. Vested NFL veteran on the 07 team.
Danny McRae.
Danny McRae played all the years.
He might still be playing year 30 for him.
He might be running down on kickoff for the Cowboys right now.
Big Al.
Al actually might still be playing,
I think he might be, which is wild.
Yeah, Brambo, I'm with you. 2011. That's the best football team that didn't win a national championship. Maybe ever.
I don't know if that's on them either. Maybe not run Power 9 toss.
It was like a version of horn ball, so I don't know what they ended up calling it.
Yeah, maybe put Jay Lee in.
Yeah, just don't do what you did.
Yeah, just cross the 50. Remember that T-Ball was sitting here trying to argue all that with us one time, going back and forth. I was like, "Hey, bud, just cross the 50." And he's like, "Oh, shoot."
Yeah, Jodeci's one person, Alondra.
I was like, I was today years old.
Cisco, Desmond said Cisco's the lead singer of Jodeci. No, Cisco's the lead singer of Drew Hill, which we'll play some Drew Hill coming back. How about that? So you can tell the difference.
Who's the lead singer of Drew Hill?
Cisco, Thong Song.
Okay, it's not Drew?
No, there's nobody named Drew in it.
How weird is that?
That's not a person's name?
Just
That's
a band. That's a band's
Do y'all
name.
remember that rap group from like a long time, like the 2010s? That's not a long time ago.
Hey,
but I
you
think
need to
I
chill
was
out
like
with that.
in
Yeah,
high school.
relax.
No, I was in high school. It was 3 guys, and the rap group was called Travis Porter. And everybody for like the longest time thought it was one guy, but it was 3. Do you remember Taylor?
Yeah, I
I'm
definitely
so
remember that.
shocked that Taylor knows
I
Travis
definitely
Porter.
remember that.
I didn't know Travis Porter made it out to Livingston.
Oh, yeah.
Barely.
What?
Just barely.
Travis Porter is the name of a...
It's a rap group. It's 3 guys.
That's a stupid group name.
I would tend to agree.
All right.
Well,
I lied to you. We're really going to get started when we come back because the New Orleans Saints made a trade to add a weapon to their offense. And our guy, LouisianaSports.net own, Ross Jackson's going to join us to break it all down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. Hey, Matt, what's heating up?
The Gulf of America.
Yep, and that means storm season is here. There's activity already. There's been activity, but it is not too late to get that ultimate peace of mind thanks to Boudreaux's, okay? They have over 80 generators right now in stock, ready to go. They come in, see where they're going to put it, slab it, install it. You're ready to go, and you're ready for storm season. It is not too late. We cannot stress that enough. Go find their number on their website, BoudreauxElectrical.com, 985-397-1562 on the North Shore, 225-300-9389 in Baton.
Yeah, it is. It's not too late, guys. They are locked, they are stocked, and they are ready to rock. So, give them a call. Be the envy of the neighborhood. Make sure with storm season coming that your house, your family, your things are protected with a full home generator. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Wait, who's here? Ross. Okay, sorry. I'll call him right now.
All right. Well, you know what you can do?
Yeah.
We get this thing started.
It's time to get glowing. Courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com. You see it right behind us. GoFlow IV Spa, Health and Wellness, 225-953-8145. It's hot, it's humid, and you need to be prepared. And so go ahead and go see them before, or if maybe it was a little bit more than you thought. Maybe you need to go
a little carried away.
Maybe you need to go the next day. You can also do that again, Flynn. You can book everything. GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, go see them right there on Jefferson Highway. Go in, get an account. You'll be in and out 30 to 45 minutes. Hydration is the key to everything. Feeling good, looking good, whatever it is. Go see them. Get vitamized. Get hydrated. Go Flow IV.
All right, let's go to the phone lines now. Our guy, Ross Jackson, New Orleans Saints, making moves, trading people, trading a defensive tackle, making another move yesterday. Of course, LouisianaSports.net, the go-to place for all the latest and greatest when it comes to the New Orleans Saints. Ross, we appreciate the time as always, sir. Hope you're doing well this week.
Hey, man, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. Glad to be here with you.
So, Ross, typically whenever, you go and grab a weapon via trade, we're like, okay, well, you got, blank quarterback, a new weapon. The problem is we still don't know who blank is for the New Orleans Saints, but whoever blank is, the Saints went and got him a new weapon yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big-bodied one, which I think is the big value here, whether it's for Spencer Rattler or whether it's for Tyler Shuck. Getting a guy that's 6'4", 6'5", 210-plus pounds in Devon Bailey from the Denver Broncos is a really, I think, a positive move for New Orleans. I don't think this is a guy that comes in and immediately becomes your number one, number two wide receiver, of course, but certainly somebody that can be, really helpful for these young quarterbacks. Caught 75.9% of the passes that went his way over his 13 games last year. Notched a really good success rate when targeted as well. This is just a guy that seems to be able to come down with the football when it's thrown to him, and I think that's something that you're really looking forward to for one of these young quarterbacks, to have that sort of bigger-bodied wide receiver target to help them move the chain.
Ross, do you see this move coming in light of maybe these some of the tight end injuries we've had? Now, you look at Devon Bailey, he's played in Denver last year, nearly 70% of his snaps from the slot, so he can kind of take that position of over the middle, whip routes in the flat, like that big-bodied, just nice person, like nice, easy target to hit, like kind of taking that place of a tight end. Is that kind of like a kind of what the Saints are thinking about their tight end position right now?
I think it's a part of it. I think that the injuries there certainly have a big impact. I mean, you look at guys like Jack Stoll as well, the guys that are behind Juwan Johnson, Jack Stoll, Trayton Wells, Seth Green, Michael Jacobson. Some of these guys have some real good pass-catching ability. I mean, Trayton Welsh is a former wide receiver, for instance, but, it's really been Juwan Johnson that's been the focus of that position in the pass-catching department. And then I think that the other part on top of that, too, is you look at the wide receivers that have stood out so far: Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Cooks, Mason Tipton. All those guys are under 6'2", right? And all the guys that they have that are 6'2" or above. Above means went to injured reserve. You got Kevin Austin Jr., Dante Pettis. You've got Donovan Peoples-Jones. They haven't necessarily blown the lid off here with the opportunities that they've gotten. Dante Pettis has been the best performer out of all those, but he's not necessarily a jump ball guy either, right? And so I think that a guy like Devon Bailey kind of comes in and fills or brings that prototype that the Saints didn't have at the position as well. So I think it's a little bit of just really looking at the pass catchers as a whole, as an entire group, and looking for what isn't available. And one thing that the Saints didn't have was a 6'4", 210-pound guy that runs a 4.47 that can go out there and be, a real first down converter for you, or third down converter for you, excuse me, and a possession guy that can still be a 3-level threat. They didn't have that guy, and so this is kind of the player that fills that void across the wide receiver and tight end room.
Now, you gave up, some pretty good assets, certainly the fourth rounder. That's certainly something, but I'm still surprised Bailey was available. Like, when you go back and you kind of listen to some of the practice reports for the Denver Broncos, like, this is somebody that they talked a lot about, and it's not like, he is a player that hasn't proven anything. I mean, he has over 400 yards receiving just a year ago, and this is a player that it felt like they were really excited about. And so I know you give up a fourth rounder, which, again, that is certainly – some draft capital that means something, but I'm surprised he was available.
Yeah, me too. But it goes to show you just how good that wide receiver room is over in Denver right now. I mean, they just re-signed Cortland Sutton. They've got more talent at that position as well. They drafted Pat Bryant from I think he was from Syracuse, if I remember correctly. I think it was from Syracuse. A guy that I really liked in the draft this past year, and he's been standing out quite a bit. And so I think that kind of is a little bit of what made him available, even a player that has been as successful as him, to be able to come in and do that. He was the team's third leading wide receiver last year at 475 receiving yards. He had 3 touchdowns as well. And so I think that like all of those things kind of combined are a big part of the, I don't know, the reason why maybe he was able to be made available based on what maybe some of that other talent is in that room.
Yeah, Ross, let's kind of get the crystal ball out, kind of explain to the listeners about like what the impacts are with the moves that they've made, this year and certainly last year as well. What impact they're going to have on the 2026 draft. I mean, I'm looking now, I think we have 5 picks right now that are our own: first, second, third, fifth, and sixth. I believe a 7th rounder was traded in the move for Devon Godchild, the 4th round, of course, for this move. I believe there's a potential of a compensatory 4th round for Paulson Adebo signing in free agency, but we could lose that, right, if Isaac Yiadom, is it Yiadom? It starts for most of the season.
Yiadom.
Yeah. Yiadom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's how I always remember it. I'm always like Yiadom. I think that's a big part of it too. Is they might have said, we might get this compensatory 4th round pick, and so can make this move. But there's still a great chance that they don't get that because Yadom's going to be the starting corner, as you mentioned, and so it's very unlikely, I guess, that they cash in on that. But I also think if you look at their history over the course of the past 10 drafts, 4 of those years they didn't select in the 4th round at all. So they've consistently kind of used that. It's 40% of the time, 40% of drafts, they've used that 4th round pick to move around or make a move as opposed to actually make a selection. And then if you look at sort of the 6 players that they've drafted before this draft, right? Danny Stutzman, Quincy Riley, we believe those guys are going to be good football players, but then you kind of go and you expand that out to, Nick Saldivari and, Jake Haener and Rick Leonard and, C.J. Gardner-Johnson was a get, but, you look at those 6 players that are out there, and there's maybe a pair of them that you go like, oh, those were solid picks for the time that they were in New Orleans, C.J. Gardner-Johnson and David Onyemata. And that's going back quite a ways for both those guys now. And so I think that there's sort of that other piece, too, to where, they were able to walk away with 2 really good 4th round picks, we believe, in this year's draft. But this year's draft was notably really, really strong in the middle of the draft. We don't know what next year's draft looks like yet, but the Saints do because they've been scouting those guys for years at this point, right? And so I wonder how much of it is the Saints also acknowledging that, hey, this is what can be exchanged for a 4th round pick right now could be more valuable than what that 4th round pick might be able to be used or turned into in next year's draft.
So, Ross, obviously, the conversation is still going to surround the quarterback position until we actually know who the starter is going to be. But we are not that far away from the Saints and Cardinals in real action. No more preseason. We've seen both quarterbacks start games. A couple of questions here. How do you think they play the 3rd preseason game? And then when do you ultimately think they're going to name their starting quarterback?
Yeah, tough to predict what they're going to do in that 3rd preseason game, but I imagine that the focus is going to be maybe getting some of the starters out on the field. Kellen Moore's kind of hinted that some of the veterans that haven't gotten an opportunity to get out there have kind of bent his ear a little bit and said, hey, I'd really like some, game exposure. And so I'm curious if he's going to give them that. In Wednesday's practice in the Superdome, they kind of ran this 1s versus 2s kind of scrimmage to where 2s started off defending a 7-point lead against the number 1 offense. The number 1 offense was out there in full in terms of who was healthy, right? Dylan Radin's in for Trevor Penning in this case. And then, that was kind of the scrimmage that they ran. And to me, that sort of indicated, okay, well, maybe they are getting ready to give some of these starters an opportunity to be able to go out there and perform as a starting unit, that kind of dress rehearsal that we hear about all the time in that final preseason game, to see if they kind of go, that route there. And so I think that might be what we see. And if I'm the Saints, I give both quarterbacks some time with that first team, but I don't know, that might not be possible, right? Does that screw up rhythm? Does that risk too much injury? Things like that. But it feels like at this point, there's only a couple of things left to kind of learn about these guys. And one of those things is, what do they look like with the full first team unit in a game situation? And so how do you create that environment? Maybe going drive for drive might be, insufficient in terms of all the other things, but it feels sufficient for what you need for the quarterback battle. So we'll see how they handle it, though. And then as for announcing the starting quarterback, I don't know that there's a lot of value in hiding it. In terms of going up against the Arizona Cardinals week 1 and everything, like you're already so much a mystery going into that game one way or another. As a newly led head coach, new quarterback, all that, like all the newness is still kind of going to work in your favor anyway. And so I would say probably like if I were making the decision on when to announce, it would probably be that sometime in that week when there's availability after that preseason game. But I'm going back and talking to the team first. I'm talking to the quarterbacks first. I'm talking to the coaching staff first. We're making that decision in-house, and then I'll take it out to the media. I'm not in a hurry to show up post-game and do it. That's the one thing I definitely wouldn't do.
Ross, do all the quarterbacks warm up with a rugby ball?
So the rugby balls have been around for since Keith Williams came in. They're a training tool for the pass catchers. And so the rugby balls, what they do is that you kind of throw them to the receivers for a little while and then get them used to the size of the rugby ball. And then they throw the football to them, which is much smaller. It makes the football seem much smaller than it is. And so that's part of the way that they kind of keep warm on the sideline sometimes too. And with Jake Haener being the guy that was on the sideline during that game, he was out there throwing the rugby balls to those pass catchers. And so
it wasn't just him having like some QB guru back home that's like, all right, watch this, throw with a rugby ball.
No. They've been doing the rugby ball thing for a little while now for the pass catchers. Now, what I don't know is have they did Scott Tolzien see that and go, oh, that would be great to kind of get the hands ready for the quarterbacks too, and then kind of like did that way. But at some point somebody's got to throw that thing to those receivers in order for that drill to work. So I imagine that's probably what that was connected to.
Look, Ross, I got to tell you, man, I would hate throwing that ball. That would screw me up so bad. But I get it from like a pass catcher standpoint. But Jake Haener, man, he's all in, dude. He is he's feeling it. He is feeling it with that rugby ball. All right, finish this sentence for me. My name is Kellen Moore. I sit down to a press conference and I say, okay, guys, it's over. Quarterback battle is over. We've made our decision. We're going to throw the full weight of this organization behind. We are ready to announce a starter. And this starter is...
I'm going to be consistent with what I've said from the very beginning, and I'm going to say that the starter is Tyler Shuck. I think if they were going to name Spencer Rattler the starter, they had their opportunity to do it after he led that big comeback, game-tying drive against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had their opportunity to do that. This, to me, feels like they're giving both of these guys every opportunity, and the guy that's going to benefit from getting more opportunities is the rookie that's going to grow at a more exponential rate for his first year. And so I'm gonna say Tyler Shuck. I would personally put Spencer Rattler out there, but I think that this organization wants Tyler Shuck to be out there, and they're going to throw their full weight of the organization behind that.
All right, there he is, our guy, Ross.
It's my prediction.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be.
Yeah,
Ross
you heard it. Stamp, guarantee, boom, from Ross Jackson. There it is.
Breaking.
All right, Ross, we appreciate it. Check out Ross's work, LouisianaSports.net. Hosts the Locked On Saints podcast as well, but obviously has the Saints covered on the website. Again, LouisianaSports.net. Ross, we appreciate it as always, sir.
Thank you, guys. You take care. Stay safe. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Oof.
There we go. So did we get to was it a good trade?
I mean, it's 4th round pick, but once he started listing all the guys they've taken in the 4th round, I'm like, Nari Bailey's a better player than that. He's already proven more than those guys outside of CD Deuce. So, all right.
That's interesting.
I do like the body type, and I know we got to break. I like the body type.
Yeah, it's good
that they brought in because they didn't have a guy like that. Yeah, they had the same guy 4 or 5 times over. So. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB to close out hour number 1 when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, if you are traveling next weekend, you've already, in your mind, I am going to go to LSU and Clemson. Maybe you haven't planned everything just yet. Well, that's when you go to ascend-travel.com. They plan so you can fan. There is packages still available. And when you go to an away game, it's a lot of fun. But there's things that you have to do that are not really that fun, like getting to the location, booking a hotel, trying to get to and from the game can be a massive headache. Trying to find a good tailgate to go to because you're in a place that's not familiar to you. Well, they handle all of that, right? They have packages that will handle all of that. They have packages that can take you there on a private jet. I mean, they got everything covered. Ascend-travel.com.
Yeah, maybe you own a business and you're trying to impress some clients, some big clients you got, and you want premium hotel accommodations, all-inclusive tailgate, game tickets, welcome gifts, flying style, traveling style. Let them do the planning. Ascend-travel.com.
Hey, Tiger.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
They say I'm crazy. I really don't care. That's my prerogative. They say I'm nasty. But I don't.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. I do really think the Saints made a good move by going to get Bailey, a receiver that does not look like the rest of the receivers there. He's tall, he's rangy. You're going to have injuries at that position, unfortunately. Like the people that are there, every single one of them, knock on wood, I hope it doesn't happen, but they've all missed significant time in multiple seasons in their NFL careers.
I'm always skeptical.
Go get a young
guy. I'm always so skeptical in trades. I question everything in life, and it's like, all right, so we got to give up this for why would the Broncos trade him? Now, I know Ross said that
Troy Franklin's been playing really well too.
Yeah, I know they're really deep. That's great, but still.
So I had the same thought as you did, and so.
But I think that on all trades, though.
I reached out to one of my former teammates that does radio there in Denver. I was like, hey, did we get fleeced here? He goes, no. He said the room's just stacked, and he's been having a really good camp. He said we were surprised that they moved on from him because last year how much he stood up when they needed him. I'm like, all right, cool.
He is 28.
He's an old second-year player.
Yeah.
I went to
Saints
Utah.
love an older young guy.
That's true. It's very Taysom, Shuck, Bailey. We'll see you hour two.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. If you are signing up for residential service, congratulations. You're one of the lucky ones. You can sign up for a commercial service right there at the bottom also. If you're looking to order a roll-off dumpster, they got 3 different sizes to choose from. You give them a call. That number, 225-612-2477. Hey, here's what I got. Here's what I got going on. Here's the project. Okay, here's the size dumpster you need. But even if it's more than you expected, they'll come, pick it up, empty, bring it back to you. Incredible customer service. Trashrangers.com.
Yeah, the most reliable waste and hassle-free trash removal service in South Louisiana, like Jake said, whether it's residential or commercial. Like if you got a commercial building, whether it's an office or a factory, whatever it is, they can do daily pickups, they can do weekly pickups, whatever your needs are. Roll-off dumpsters for anything that you let them handle all the trash. Trashrangers.com.